Welcome guys to another video. My name is Maku.
Hello guys, it's Kobayashi.
So today we're just gonna cover just basically two animes today. We're just gonna talk about Classroom Elite and Overlord. We'll start off with Classroom of the Elite.
Alright, we're gonna start off episode 8 and 9 for Classroom Elite.
So in the beginning, I just wanted to start off by saying that there was nothing much, but you did want to put some input on it.
Yeah, so the beginning of episode 8, we get introduced to two new characters. We get introduced to Miyaki and Hasebe. And basically they get paired up because they both score average on the previous test, and now they're partners, and they basically have the same weakness and strengths, and that's pretty bad because you have to get 60 on each exam.
Wait, how are they paired up in this if they have the same weakness and strengths?
Because this is Horikta's plan. Her plan was for the strongest and the weakest to pair up. But then the only weakness of that plan is that the middle ground will pair up with each other. But in this specific pairing, they both have the same strengths and weakness. So even though their strength is good, their weakness is what is lacking because they're weak at.
So now they just both suck at the weakness.
Yes,
so now there's no improvement. No,
and then that's why the Aina Koji group is formed with Yukimura tutoring and Aina Koji overseeing the two.
Oh, that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and fast forward because it wasn't, like I said, there was nothing too much in the episode. It was more so towards the end of the episode was kind of more interesting. It was mainly about what was that blonde bimbo's name? Two-Face.
Episode 8. Oh yeah, so episode 8. The main whole point of episode 8 was Kushida's backstory.
Oh, Kushida, yeah. So Kushida, it was mainly about her backstory. She was just talking about how she was using her best weapon. You want to start off by saying what was her first intentions?
Yeah, no. So basically, Aina Koji, he told Horikta, "What are you gonna do with the whole Kushida problem?" And then she's like, "Don't worry about it. I got a solution." And the solution was that she made a bet, and the bet was.
Oh yeah, so here we'll state it out for you. So Horikta made a proposition. If she got a higher, when Horikta got a higher score, Kushida would stop sabotaging her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was if wasn't Kushida got a higher score, originally it was just gonna be Horikta who would drop out by herself, right? But then later on, Koji came over and he said, "Yeah, go ahead and include me too."
Well, it's because Kushida caught on that Horikta was secretly recording the conversation, and then because she kept on calling Horikta, and Horikta's phone wasn't going on, so then she knew that Aina Koji was also listening through the phone, so that's why she put Koji also on the list.
Yeah, but Koji did make a proposition himself. He wanted to know her backstory, which was then introduced.
Yeah, he wanted to know the backstory because he said it wasn't fair that he's being a target without knowing the full backstory.
Yeah, he's like, Wagwan. Yeah, essentially, like, what the fuck, right? You're just telling me I'm just gonna get booted out for no particular reason other than you just don't like me, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, and so the backstory, basically, Kushida, throughout elementary and middle school, she's been like number one at everything, and then at a specific point she realized that she's just every other kid. So to gain more attention, she just wants to become friends with everybody. And then, but while making friends with everybody, that makes a lot of stress because
when you become popular, not that I was popular when I was a kid, but when you do become popular, there gets a lot of tension. You become a lot of drama. You get involved in a bunch of involuntary. Well, it really is involuntary drama. But to be quite honest with you, it really sucks being popular. But that's the lifestyle she wants to go for, so she went ahead and did that. So then she created a
blog to
like essentially vent, right?
Yeah, to vent. But then one of her classmates found her blog, and then the whole class turned on her.
Yeah. So then that's when don't know if you remember. I believe it was episode 7 when Nanakoji said, "What's the most powerful weapon?"
Oh,
And
yeah.
he said lies, right?
Lies.
So,
Yeah.
she used her own, I guess, and she used truth. So she ended up saying, "Oh yeah, you see that girl over there? Yeah, he cheated. She cheated. Oh, with not just him, and with a bunch of other people too."
Yeah. So she destroyed the whole class by uh, telling everybody the truth.
Yeah, so essentially she was just a homewrecker, if I'm being quite
Yeah.
honest. Golly.
Yeah. That's the end of episode 8.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of episode 8. We'll go ahead and move on to episode 9. It, so, like I said, most of the classroom of the episode starts off slow, unless you want to put some input in the beginning of the episode.
I believe the beginning. No, to be fair, in the beginning, we get introduced of another new girl, but she's from Class C. Her name is Shina Hiyori, and Ruin approaches the Aino Koji group, which contains of Aino Koji himself, Hasabe, Miyaki, and Yukimura, lady in the tutoring. And as Hasabe was gonna get another coffee, her cup falls down, and then it rolls, and then Ruin comes out of nowhere, just stomps on the cup, and then he's like, did you get my email? Did you get my email to the mastermind?"
Right.
And then Yukimura and Aino Koji knew it was him, but he was just like playing it off. But Yukimura was like, "What are you talking about? Why are you even here?" And then Ruin just says, "Oh, what do you think of this, Hiyori?" And then Hiyori's just examining both of them.
No. Well, I'll take it off from there. So basically, we move fast forward just a little bit because like this is still towards the beginning. It's more towards the middle beginning, right? So then the and Aina Koji called this blonde bimbo. What's her name again?
The blonde girl he calls Kurosawa.
Yeah, what's it called? So basically, he calls her for a setup. If I'm being, it's just really a setup,
Yeah.
right? So, what? Fuck me. What was her name again?
Kurosawa. The
Okay,
reason why he called her, he was testing two things. He was testing if Kurosawa was loyal to proceed with the plan that he was going with, and to see like what is she, how capable,
capabilities, yeah.
capability.
Yeah. So what ended up happening? We fast forward a little bit. They all sit. Their whole this like group is just sitting on a couch.
They went to go to karaoke.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, karaoke.
So then what was it? Kurosawa. Kurosawa proceeds to spill some sort of liquid. Was it water or something?
I think it's grape juice.
Grape juice? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Makes sense. So grape juice to make sure it stains the clothes. So then she can actually take the clothes so she can clean it. Because that was the whole plan. Right?
Yeah, the whole point, so it was like a normal meeting at the karaoke place, and then Kurosawa out of nowhere just starts attacking Kishida, saying, "Oh, you're just being fake, aren't you? No, don't you feel you're just looking down on people, blah 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 blah." And then yeah.
Yeah. So then that's when that whole stirred up.
To be fair, her acting was quite good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what can you expect? Women. I'm just kidding.
And then since she spilled grape juice on her, she offered her to clean her blazer, and she also made this fact. She's like, "Oh, don't you have two blazers?" And Krishna said, "Oh no, I only have one blazer." And if you guys do remember, the reason why she has one blazer is she keeps the other blazer unclean just in case to remember the whole incident with her and Koji with the thing.
Yeah.
So that's why she only has one blazer. And then Kurosawa, she took it to the cleaner, but once she took it to the cleaner, she planted evidence that will be revealed later on.
Yeah. So then, well, this evidence was then revealed. You want to go ahead and explain how she was essentially cheating?
Yeah. So first, we get the results of the paper shuffle exam. Well, no, before that, on the day of the exam.
Oh yeah, the Suzune guy. He what was it?
So obviously, Kushida wanted to cheat, so she meets up with Ruin and makes a proposition. She's like, as long as I get the test results, I can give you the test results from our class too. And then Ruin, he's like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Let's make a deal." But then Koji already foreseen this, and then he made a deal with Ruin himself. He said, "I already planted evidence on Kushida. You can either give me the test results, or just don't follow Kushida's plan. And then he chose the latter, and that's why Kushida made that face during the episode, saying, "What is this?" And then,
Yeah. Well, so then, and it's a quite satisfying face she made at the end, where she was essentially betrayed by the Suzune guy. It was quite satisfying. Yeah. I just had this grin on my face towards the end of the.
Yeah. So basically, Harita, she won the bet. Kushida lost, and then they meet up in the hallway.
Yep.
But then, while they're talking, Harita wants to make amends, but Kushida's like, "I'll follow the plan, but I'm not gonna try to become your friend."
Yeah. No, well, it was more so like I'll stop sabotaging you, but
Follow the plan.
Yeah. I'll stop sabotaging you, but that doesn't mean anything else. And then she does realize that is her next target isn't actually
But
anymore.
yeah,
So
but
she can be
the original bet was just between her and Harita, but she can still target Koji.
Yeah,
and then,
which then the cameras pan towards him.
Mm-hmm. And then towards the end, Ruin sets a trap targeting Kurosawa next, and that's gonna be within the next couple of episodes.
So we'll see what happens then.
Yeah,
Let's go on.
And if you guys are any light novel readers, you know what's coming within the next couple of episodes.
Yep. Indeed, you do. So we'll go ahead and move on with from Classroom of the Elite. We'll move on to Overlord. So go ahead and start off with episode 8.
Episode 8, yes. So episode 8, one of the nobles, he steals like goods and foods from the Nazareth.
Yeah, from Nazareth. Yep.
Yeah.
Starts stealing food from Nazareth. What's her name?
Albedo?
Yeah. Albedo ends up finding out, and he calls Lord Einzelgone personally, right? So Eins meets up there immediately and then tells her what happens. And it's quite interesting what's going to happen on episode 9, but we'll continue on episode 8. So throughout this episode, the kingdom, they did this on purpose, right? So they send out people just so they can sabotage the goods, so then that way they can maintain, because they wanted to stay by themselves, right? They wanted to have their own province. They don't want to be under the influence of Lord Ainz, right? So they just wanted to become their own. And what ended up happening, well, they fucked up, didn't they?
Yeah. And basically, I like this running trope that they do. So Ainz calls over the guardians of the place. So you get Albedo, you get...
it's really just to get Demiurge.
Shaltiar.
It's really just to get Demiurge there, just so he can say, all right, bro, you think of the plan and I'll say it was me.
So the trope is the guardians, mainly Demiurgus, he comes up with the plan, and then they're like, oh wait, Sir Ainz has been thinking of this the whole time.
Yeah.
But Ainz is
He's like, of course.
Of course, yeah. And then makes that, remember that the one sound?
That's good. Well, that sound, or the little facade that he gets, that's whenever he gets too overly excited or too over emotional, or too overly embarrassed, that cleanses that, so that way he can always maintain a composure.
Yeah. And then I think that's all from episode 8, right?
Yeah, because what ended up happening, last bit of episode 8.
Yes.
Yep, last bit of episode 8. The son of the king was talking to his father, and they were essentially just talking, right?
They were just having a meeting, yeah.
Yeah, they were just having a meeting
with all the nobles.
And then this comes in where they said the treasurer? No, I think, well, essentially Albedo, right? Well, I don't know what position she is. I keep forgetting. She ends up they end up announcing that she's upon her arrival, right? So then we move.
State of affair.
For which one?
That's her position, state of affair, I believe.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In any case, they announce upon her arrival. So then we move on to episode 9. Episode 9, she essentially says, "Oh yeah, y'all done fucked up. We're going to war."
Yeah. So they're going to war.
Essentially, right? So throughout the episode, they're just talking about plans, and she ends up meeting Albedo's older sister, right?
This is the older sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the older
I
sister.
knew it was the sister, but I didn't know the
Yeah,
age.
so because
She's ugly, by the way.
she is ugly. I think
Or-
her face got peeled off.
Yeah,
or
her
something.
face got peeled off. I don't know. Did you notice the scissors too?
Yeah. She tried to be like what's her name from Kame?
I was thinking.
Shell.
I was
That's what I was
thinking
thinking
more
of.
so like she reminds me. Remember the girl from Hunter?
Oh, you're talking about the girl that liked Gon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she had a whole, or
Yeah.
her first
her
appearance.
like glow up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her first appearance. She reminded me of that.
In any case,
And then you got the dog maid too.
Oh yeah, the dog
She
maid.
looks like
Well, I
wolf.
guess that was a personal maid for the day, right? So
Yeah, personal maid.
if you guys don't know, every day, Einzel Gon ends up switching for daily maids. Would make sense because he needs a personal maid for everyday uses. In any case, we move on from that. So he ends up meeting with the younger sister. I do believe they stated it. He said,
Older, I think he said.
"Oh yeah, older sister, my bad." Because I do believe in the middle of the hallway, he said, "Oh, I feel like I should have brought the younger sister Albedo with me." And
Maybe I just
yeah.
probably
it flew over your head. It's fine. So what ended up happening? She wanted to actually save the humans. I don't know if you.
She wanted to save the humans,
Yeah.
but Ainz
Said
Ainz-
nah, fuck that. But what ended up happening? They came. It was more so the dog. That's why she was kind of important. The dog maid who actually came up with a proposition saying,
compromise. Yeah.
maybe we should keep a few of them alive so that way they can actually spread the word.
Yeah, spread the
right?
word.
So he said, oh, it's actually a pretty good idea, but I'm not gonna tell anyone else. I don't want them to think.
Because
that I'm
the
pussy,
other floor guardians, they really don't like humans.
Yeah, they,
well,
they,
too
they
fair.
despise.
Actually,
they all despise
yeah.
humans, right? Actually, the only one who doesn't despise humans is the Albedo's sister. I keep forgetting what her name is, to be honest.
I don't know her name too. And Sebastian too. Remember Sebastian?
Oh yeah, Sebastian could. Well,
Yeah.
He's in a relationship with one, right?
Yeah.
So they proceed to essentially just send out the army, right? So they put 2 of the Death Knights and then just a bunch of minions.
A
Right?
bunch of like just skeletons essentially.
Yeah, a
like
bunch
zombies.
Of zombies, skeletons,
Yeah.
a bunch of mob characters, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of backgrounds. So what ended up happening? The kingdom got 4 adventurers. Not sure what class they were. Did they say what class they were? I don't think they did.
No, but what's it called? The kingdom they're attacking is from the seaside, so it's like relatively weak.
Yeah,
and
so
that's why they called the adventurers over to help them.
Right. So their attacks were futile, right? They tried to pull out Einzel guns by putting a bunch of like.
They were spraying with fireballs, for being honest.
Yeah, they were
like
spraying
fireball.
Oh, yeah, fire.
To be fair, I was working on the weaker.
On the yeah, no, it was
skeletons,
working on the.
That's
weak
very
ones.
effective.
Yeah.
But on the what Death Knights?
Yeah, the Death Knights. Yeah, the
Death
Death
Knights-
Knights. It was futile.
The
It was,
Death Knights, they were just like.
Yeah, no. They were like, "Oh fuck, is this?"
Yeah.
They just brushed it off, and they were putting a little bunch of pixie dust on them
Mhm.
too. It was just like, wow, they are down bad. But in any case, they the 4 adventurers then started to power up, right? Well, it was mainly just one, the knight individual. She ended up powering up to her extent exponentially, but I mean, she was still getting beat up.
To be
Right?
fair, she did she
good-
kind of surprised me. I thought she did get killed.
Mollywopped
anything,
instant, yeah.
But
no.
she held her
She held her ground by 1 strike, and then they all ended up fighting the one with the shield, right? There was 2, right? So there was one with the dual wielding, it's more like a swashbuckler, and then we got the other one who's more of a knight. So the knight, he was the one who charged first, broke down the castle doors, and ended up
attacking.
Yeah, attacking.
Yeah.
So and then the swashbuckler came in immediately, and she said, essentially the knight, the girl knight, she ended up saying, yeah, you guys gotta run away, bruh."
Yeah, no, it's because they're already struggling with 1 Death Knight, but
Yeah.
once the 2nd Death Knight came,
Yeah, they were fucked.
they were like, "Oh yeah, we gotta retreat."
Yeah.
But then out of nowhere,
An adamantite hero came along. You got any predictions? Who would that be?
I do not know. At first, I thought it was
Momonga?
yeah,
No,
but
it
it's
wasn't
not him.
Momonga.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it is someone from the from what's it called? Oh, I forgot the place. What's it called?
What, Nazar?
Yeah, from Nazri. My bad. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was from someone from Nazri because towards the end of the episode, Ein said exactly as planned. So
Really,
We'll
I thought he was more surprised, but
no, he wasn't surprised. He was like, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Because what I think it is, if it's not that, then essentially he's trying to find out who the strongest hero is.
Yeah, exactly.
So that way
that's
he
what
can go and fight. Because
that's what
that can
I
also
thought
be
was
a
a new
possibility.
character, but no, because like I said, at first I thought it was Ainz, but then it pans to Ainz.
Yeah, so it's not Ainz, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see what
We
happens.
should see. It's either two options. It's a new hero,
or it is someone from Nazareth.
Yeah.
Which I have a feel. You know who I didn't see there, but then again, he doesn't really pop up that much. It's
Ainz's character.
Son.
Yeah. I know. I was seeing that now too.
Ainz's
it might have been him playing like as a doppelganger type.
Yeah. Which would kind of make sense because we haven't even seen his powers or anything that he does. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that would be our prediction. If you guys got anything else you guys want to have some input on it or some insight, please let us know in the comments down below. And comment what is your favorite character from Overlord.
All right, guys. It's been a pleasure.
My name is Maku.
It's Kobayashi.
And thank you.